fact that, you know, they say that he never served. So he probably didn't if he can't provide the proof. I mean, this guy is online every day putting his life out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can't provide the proof, then there is no proof, right?
Yeah, and again, this isn't a stream about proving whether or not Ernie served.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm not here targeting that. I don't think he's a veteran. Now, Ernie might not like me for that, but I mean, do I think that he swore in? Yeah, I think he swore in. And I obviously, as Angelo has shown, he does have an NGB Form 22. So I mean, the military did have involvement with Ernie. I don't think he's a veteran. Now, this isn't me specifically attacking him. What I'm trying to get at here is the process by which Angelo used to ascertain this information. Because what I want to show you is this right here, and it might be a little bit difficult. There's no way for me to zoom in. But basically, here's what I want to do. I'll see if I can't read it. But it says, what if I'm not the veteran or next of kin? Can I still access files? And then the first thing says it depends on the date. The service member separated from the military personnel records are open to the public 62 years after they leave the military. So a FOIA request itself is privy to restrictions from the military. And it says records of any veteran who separated from the military 62. And technically speaking, even though Ernie separated from the military without veteran status, he still separated. He still had a recorded NGB Form 22, which still got logged. It still got logged by the National Personnel Records Keeping System. So it's still privy to this information. And it says can be delivered by anyone. And the second part is the most important. But it says, but what if it's been less than 62 years? And this is the reason why I wanted to talk to Angelo, because it says records of individuals who left service less than 62 years ago are subject to access restrictions, and only limited information or copies may be released to the general public within the provisions of the law. And then it further says that the FOIA Act, would be Freedom of Information Act, the FOIA, and the Privacy Act provide balance between the right of the public to obtain information from military service records and the right of the former military service member to protect his or her privacy. So I do find it interesting that Angelo reached out to this agency, which I've been listening for a while, and I don't know what agency he's talking about. And so what I want to do is I want to know what agency he used in New York to verify whether or not Ernie was a veteran. And then I want to know, did he FOIA that agency? Or who specifically did he submit the FOIA request to? Because according to this information, I mean, this information is supposed to be restricted by law. I'm going to let up.
Yeah, but doesn't it say that anyone can request it?
If you haven't been around for a long enough time, Ernie did a fundraiser for the Wounded Warriors nonprofit, and he kept the money. Ernie has been part of this Save Our Children with now unlicensed attorney Chris Sevier, and his email account on that website was militarypoliceshow@gmail.com. There are clips of Ernie saying that he is military and law enforcement. So Angelo was able to get around the whole 62-year thing by producing, and that's what he said, producing evidence of this man stating that he was a veteran. Now, when he was in New York City 8 weeks ago, he also stated he was a veteran, and he was trying to get money as a veteran and stating he was going to go get his military ID, which is absolutely impossible. He did not attend basic training, MEPS, what is the other training? None of it. But he is on a platform stating that he is a military vet and he has taken up money. So Angelo was able to produce that information with his request, and that then exempted the 62-year-old blackout or withholding of information. He was very clear on that.
So do you have any information, Nicolina, where it says within the provisions of UCMJ where it says that if you can provide that information that you'll be exempted?
It doesn't matter. There's workarounds because Angelo used to do this.
I find it difficult. I'm just telling you, I find it difficult to believe that
it doesn't matter.
Protect an agent's. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
to circumvent the law.
I think there are always workarounds to every law. It's no different than a FOIA law. It's all in how things are worded. And 10 or 15 years ago, there used to be groups that all they did was oust stolen valor. And they were able to use the same laws that you are showing now publicly. There were workarounds to blasting people that were stolen valor. They were able to get that information. Ernie was not in the military. Angelo has never been somebody that has lied, misled. He said in his request, this man is proclaiming to be homeless and a veteran, and then submitted the clips and said he wanted to help him, but he wanted to first verify if he was indeed a vet because
Okay, so
Ernie
wait a
could not
second,
produce
wait a
at age
second.
14.
Wait a second. Angelo had no intentions on helping.
It doesn't matter.
He made a narrative.
And Ernie had no intentions. No, and Ernie had no intention of ever
to get information from an
reporting
agency
boot
that did
camp.
release unredacted documents and avoided the
No,
law.
Ernie's
This is
was
not
redacted.
something that I'm going to agree with you on. And just
So
because you don't
Ernie-
like Ernie doesn't mean that the document should be released to him
Ernie's
unredacted.
documents were unredacted.
Just because you don't like him doesn't mean that the law gets
Ernie's-
to be evaded.
Ernie showed unredacted.
The documents that were released to Angelo were completely unredacted at the bottom.
So are you going to go after Angelo? Like, this is where I'm confused. You've got someone that's stolen valor, making money, lying about being a veteran, taking money for wounded warriors, and never submitting that money to wounded warriors. Who are you mad at here? Angelo or Ernie?
Both.
Nicolina, didn't you say that you were a trophy wife?